that young. So he was the first person to end up finding the lake room due to the fact that normally the water would have flooded at least halfway up the path we just walked down, so no one had any idea that any of this was down here. He happened to come down coincidentally during a time of drought where a lot of the water was gone. He didn't exactly find this tunnel, but the one right next to us at about 30 inches in diameter, or imagine the size of an average bicycle tire. It led 40 feet that way into the lake room, and all he had with him in the pitch darkness was an oil lantern. So with that, he could probably see about 8 feet in front of him if he were squinting. If I had that now, I could barely see anything beyond that low-hanging rock up there. So he was either very brave or very bored for this next part. He crawled all the way into the lake room, plopped down in waist-high water. And he was smart enough not to go swimming in that darkness, no telling what could have been down there. Instead, he scooped up some clay, he threw it around just to hear a splat against the cave wall, get a sense of how big the room was. But all he heard were splashes from the water he was standing in. He knew he had found something absolutely massive for that time of drought. He scurried back up to the top as quick as he could to tell everyone about what he had found. Though unfortunately, it was a bit like the boy who cried wolf in the sense that he was, of course, still a kid, known for having an active imagination. Hardly anyone took him seriously. So that's why the Lost Sea remained lost for 60 whole years. That wasn't until the original owners of the place bought out the area above, hearing the stories of what he had found growing up here in the local Sweetwater, Madisonville area. They wanted to see if those stories were true or not. So they waited for yet another time of drought before finding the same exact tunnel he did. They rang him up at the age of 73, quizzed him to see if he really knew anything about the cave, if he really was down here. He mentioned the granite tunnel he crawled through, which coincidentally, this is the only area in the entire cave to contain any granite. They decided to give him full credit for discovering the lake room. They blasted out this tunnel, as you can see with some of these drill marks. That's why they named it after him, why it's called the Benny Sands Tunnel. That's why they did this speech on every single tour in honor of his great discovery, make it for 60 years of no one believing him. In fact, if you look it up, he holds the Lost Seas record of the longest I told you so. I'm in second place, so I'll be getting there soon. As we move on through here, just watch your head to the low ceiling and watch your step through the tunnel. It is really slippery through there.